In this video, I dive deep into the captivating world of wars and military history. Hi, I am Timo, and today we are looking what was the Winter War against Soviets started the 30th of November 1939. Whether it's a short insight or a detailed story, my goal is to entertain, inform, and spark your curiosity. It's all about discovering the past together, one step at a time. In Winter War between Finland and Russia, a question was asked from media about where the Soviets' troops are now from a well-known Finnish general Adolf Ehrnrooth's, and his legendary answer was, "They are 2 meters deep." This response referred to the fact that the Soviet soldiers had been killed in battle and were buried in the ground, literally 2 meters deep, meaning in the earth. The background and the Soviet invasion at the start of the Winter War. The Soviet Union was dissatisfied with Finland's independence and its neutral stance, fearing the strategic vulnerability of its western borders. The Soviet Union demanded that Finland cede areas near Leningrad, such as the Hanko Peninsula, and allow the construction of military bases on the Gulf of Finland. When Finland refused to comply, the Soviet Union decided to resort to military force. On November 30th, 1939, the Soviet Union launched an invasion of Finland with over 1.5 million soldiers, thousands of tanks, air support, and artillery. The Finnish military, while well prepared for defense, was smaller and less equipped. Finland had around 300,000 men in its army, and its resources were limited. The Soviet occupation and military equipment disparities. The Soviet Union had overwhelming military superiority in terms of numbers and equipment compared to Finland. Finland, on the other hand, relied on much lighter equipment and had fewer resources, but it had developed tactics that helped compensate for the disparity. The Soviets deployed T-26 and T-34 tanks, which were significantly better armored and more effective than the Finnish weapons. The T-34 in particular was designed for defense and was highly mobile and durable. Finnish forces used the Suomi submachine gun, which was highly effective in close combat. This weapon was known for its reliability and high rate of fire. The Finnish army also used older Mauser sniper rifles, which were accurate in long-range shooting. In terms of anti-tank tactics, Finland relied on simple yet effective weapons such as the Molotov cocktail. This homemade incendiary device, filled with fuel and explosives, was surprisingly effective in disabling Soviet tanks. It became especially important in the harsh winter conditions, as it could be easily made in the field and used against tanks, effectively neutralizing them in combat. Tactics and defensive strategies. The Finnish forces developed excellent defensive tactics, taking advantage of their intimate knowledge of the terrain and winter conditions. One of the most significant Finnish tactics was the Mati tactic, which was perfectly suited to Finland's forests and rough terrain. Finnish ski troops were highly mobile and could move almost invisibly through the deep snow, allowing them to circle behind Soviet lines and attack suddenly. In forest warfare, the Finns also relied on the spirit of the Winter War, which described their high levels of morale and fighting spirit. One of the most famous battles was the Battle of Rot Road in January 1940, where Finnish forces delivered a significant victory by isolating and destroying Soviet units that had become trapped in the forest. Another key battle was the Battle of Tolvajärvi, where the Finnish forces successfully defended a vital area and halted Soviet progress southward. In March 1940, Finland proposed peace negotiations in Moscow, but the Soviet Union insisted on harsher terms. The legacy of the Winter War remains a symbol of Finland's resistance and its determination to defend its sovereignty. Hit that like and subscribe button to support me to do better content. Hear from me soon.